Um,
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
damn, okay, that's Flat Renegade. Okay. No idea.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I don't know if I want to bother with this. Let's just do it.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
Yeah, okay. I would do that, but let's just go with it.
Sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
No.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Okay.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Okay.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
No. All right.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
No. All right. Let's keep going down. We have to find out. He's probably check with more of the crew. See what's going on. Kodak's going there. Let's go. Let's go down in James. Let's go down. Do a little bit of exploring and see what's around for us. If that makes any sense, right? It's people to get to know, situations, a bunch of stuff, right? I don't even know what this dude is.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Okay, let's do looking for personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay, you can stay right there too. There's no problem, G. Pre-orders. All that codex stuff. Oh, where does it go? Let's go get. Okay, we're going down. Yeah, we got Garrus over here. This dude.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Okay.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Alright.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Sniper rifle. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Money I ain't got. Banshee 2. We're fine for now. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break. When I come back, we're gonna go ahead and continue this and check with our crew and go on to the next mission. Alright, mad love to y'all. All right, so let's go ahead and get back into it, and see what's up. That's all. Oh, the Garrus?
Thanks for bringing me on board. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Okay, great.
Commander, good to see you.
Getting little small points for doing some small little inspections. It's got to do what? Okay, let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, okay, here we go. Popular with pirates, criminals, and mercenaries. These rounds are coated with highly toxic compound. Toxic damage, hammerhead ammunition called squash projectiles is designed for flatten on impact. Increasing the amount of physical force transfer to the target. Okay. With a minuscule amount of radioactive material, inducing low levels of radiation sickness in targets. Okay. We'll do that for her. And then we'll... Okay, we're good. And then let me check my equipment. I feel like... Okay, we'll do that. Go talk to Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Oh my god.
You Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us. but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Okay, let's look at extinction.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Okay.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Alright, so that's pretty deep. Pretty deep. I know somebody tried to fed me with some nonsense. And I couldn't have it, bro. And then who we got here?
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engine.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
So let's we've done a lot of kind of going over the world and checking characters, looking at information, anything we can pick up, and we're learning a lot of stuff along the way. So I think any good RPG kind of tends to start slow for world and character building, yada yada. The Legend of Heroes is really nice and amazing for something like that. And then as you go along, things start to get picked up because you know what Solarian is, you know what Coco-Turians are, and you start to pick up. So it makes sense. It makes sense. So whenever hey, we get into a situation, we're dealing with Krogans, we're dealing with the genocide thing. I probably shouldn't be having to have it here like, oh, what's a genocide? I had no idea. No, you knew. That's why you catch the stream, because you knew. Stealth
Fill
system.
me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
So we're invisible?
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Okay, so FTL, to my understanding and knowledge, stands for faster than light. So I can't necessarily say Mach speed or so. I ain't no scientist, and I ain't the type of person that kind of goes around this type of stuff. I think life at the end of the day is essentially faster than light. Why? Because when you're at the end, especially when you're at the end and you kind of look back, you're like, damn, okay, time really went bad. really fast. So let's investigate some more. Let's ask some personal questions.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
So what about the Normandy?
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
And as you can see, we're getting XP from just talking to people. Now let me talk to she's still, it's just her personality. Tali, like, her personality is on point. Like, I don't think you get to see her face. I think her face is be seen on a portrait or something like that. But oh man, I found this to be so bad because her personality is just so damn dope. Miranda's fun too, but I think I might just this is the type of girl you try to make this for a lifetime if you could. You know what I'm saying? Personality is okay. At the end of the day, the milkshake can bring you to the yard because there was a track out there like that. How the milkshake brings the dudes to the yard, yada yada. That is true. But you stay because of the personality. I mean, yeah, you make a home on you know what I'm saying? It doesn't help when she featured though.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Okay, let's look at... I know we talked about the pilgrimage before, but maybe she could give us some more details. So, for anybody that's not aware, right? Quarians, when they get to a point of where they're like adults, they have to venture out, go on a journey. No pun intended, but they must go on a journey. That journey, whatever they find that's of importance to them, right? Importance that, fulfilling for their life or something like that. At that point, then they are looked at as finally reaching adulthood. So, the term of, let's say, you get 18, but the age doesn't necessarily make the boy into a man, right? So you're out, and you still have a lot of grown ass men that still act like boys, and they haven't found anything to actually want to become. The same thing for chicks too. So it is what it is. But ultimately, the things that we find important, whether it could be for Quarians, it'd probably be like she was saying technology, maybe something that can help their colony or something, whatever the case may be, or even maybe something self-fulfilling for them. Who knows what it be? That might be the thing that actually Coco gets them up to adulthood or something like that. So hopefully we got a little bit more information. Maybe, I'm not sure. Go and check it out.